28 drivers competed in the first unsealed surface event of the Isle of Wight Car Club 2017 season, held at Knighton Sandpit. This venue is known to be a horrible sticky mess when it's wet and a dust bowl when it's dry. It had rained leading up to this event, however race day produced one of the hottest days of the year. This combination of weather created a very mixed track for the competitors to deal with. The upper section was loose and dusty, while the lower sections had very soft sand, and the dips in the track contained muddy pools of water. Scrutineering at the club has a new format for 2017. All drivers wanting to compete must now present their car to the scrutineering tent on the start line before 9:30 AM. This system works very well. Not only does it make Brian's job a lot easier, it also seems to be a great place to stand and watch each car having their pre-race safety checks. The course for the day was not particularly difficult to remember. However, it did involve several loops covering the same part of the venue. The trick was to remember which loop you were on. Many drivers did not do enough loops, or did too many, and this continued throughout the day. Round 1 was dominated by Class 5 cars. 2016 Unsealed Surface champion Chris Wilson set the standard for the day in his car engine single-seater special. This was followed by Kevin Richardson in his newly acquired Autocross Mini, and Andy Williams in his single-seater special powered by a motorbike engine. In round 2, the Morgan family driving their all-wheel drive Impreza was now pushing hard and challenging Chris. The only other all-wheel drive car was driven by Steve Wells. However, his car had mechanical issues with both MAF sensor and NOx sensor faults. Due to this, Steve missed round 3 as he was robbing parts off the Morgan's spare car in an attempt to fix it. Class 2 is normally flooded with front-engine rear-wheel drive MX-5s. However, there were none today. A new breed of Class 2 car was kicking up dirt around the sandpit, this time rear-wheel drive mid-engine cars. Josh Finch was driving his MGF and Joe Moore in his Toyota MR2. Both these standard cars performed well in these challenging conditions. Class 3 as usual was dominated by classic minis, and this year there's money at stake. After finding Steve Brett and Dan Young envisioning who would be the fastest, Andy Williams persuaded them to take a £10 bet on who would be the highest placed Mini in 2017. Joining Class 3 was new member Lorna Lee. Lorna had a successful first outing in her Suzuki Alto, with no wrong tests and reducing her time with each run. By run 4, Ricky Shepherd found his mojo in his 2017 weapon of choice, a Class 4 Peugeot 205 that he shared with James and Brian Robbins. Ricky had great success in his Class 1 Rover 45 last year, and expectations are high to see what he can achieve this year. New for 2017, we have a sponsor for our podium. Grange Tyne Service Station will supply champagne for all that stand on the podium, and the flowers that are presented for the fastest lady of the day. So, visit Grange Tyne Service Station on the Military Road for all your road and competition car needs. At the close of the day, there was a clear divide between the front runners and the rest of the pack. With his best result to date, Dave Morgan claimed the third step of the podium. Sibling rivalry ensured 2016 Sealed Surface and overall champion Dan Morgan put his younger brother in his place by claiming the second step with an astonishing 5.14 second lead. However, both had to submit to the superior force of the King of Knighton, Chris Wilson, who not only claimed the top spot, but did it with an additional 1.39 second lead over second place. Is there anyone who can challenge this man in 2017? It was nip and tuck who was going to be the fastest lady on the day. Marion Brett claimed the flowers with only 0.3 of a second lead in a very close battle with Sue Mitchell. Hooray!
Well done.
Our next event is a sealed surface event at the Isle of Wight College on the 9th of April. Remember to present your car to the scrutineering tent and sign on with your entry form by 9:30 a.m. See you there.